Alright, so what's up you guys, it's your boys SDBH coming back at you again with another video, and today I wanted to discuss if Dragon Ball Heroes is actually for you. And with Dragon Ball Heroes I specifically mean the up and coming game Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, because I've seen quite some people with mixed opinions on the game. Some already hated the moment they saw it, and me personally have been waiting on Heroes to come over from Japan finally to try out the game myself. And I feel like a lot of people are in that same boat as well. So I kind of wanted to focus on that, since it's only logical some people really don't know what to do or actually believe if it's really for them. I mean, we've all bought some bad games we thought we enjoyed but had the complete opposite experience whilst actually playing, and nothing sucks more than wasting $50 like that. So hopefully this video can give you a clear direction or idea on Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. Now I know that Dragon Ball Heroes is quite fake as is, and especially for those who just got introduced to the series and only got aware of it due to the promotion of Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, I feel like I kind of wanted to explain on what really Dragon Ball Heroes is. So Dragon Ball Heroes is a Japanese trading card game exclusive based on the Dragon Ball franchise. It debuted in November 2010 in Japan. Needless to say, it took off like a rocket and started absolutely booming with popularity in Japan, and as of now it's one of the biggest and most profitable things that Dragon Ball has to offer, especially in Japan. In 2016 they actually introduced an update that improved the user experience in the form of enhanced graphics and easy accessibility of characters, and this update was named after Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which means that is what we will be dealing with in March when World Mission releases. Dragon Ball Heroes itself has several other games based on the series which have been released on the Nintendo 3DS, and the next game of course that will be coming out for the Nintendo Switch in 2019. Dragon Ball Heroes has numerous manga adaptations that have been published by Shueisha and a promotional anime that's currently running as of now. And without digging in too much on how it started and what Heroes actually has to offer, to be very blunt, Dragon Ball Heroes is just complete fan service for those who actually think out of the box and visualize characters like Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Merge Zamasu, and when I say Merge Zamasu, I of course mean the cooler Zamasu with the eye patch and so on and so on. It basically allows us to step back from the actual anime, and it's guidelines that it needs to keep to have it make sense, and it pretty much fuels the fan service dreams people have had for Dragon Ball over the years. Now that we know a bit more about the series itself, it's time to ask yourself the most important question: is Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission ready for me? And just before I get into it and state what I believe could clear out your opinion on the series itself and the game, I just wanted to say that whatever I say now I feel like is a general consensus on what I have received as feedback on the show. I've asked my Discord members on how they felt about the game and so on, and looked at responses given all over the internet and concluded the following points based on those opinions I've seen. So before you say, well, I don't like it because this or that, of course everyone has his own reasons to like or dislike something, so this is just guiding you to the answer instead of telling you who likes what and who doesn't. So with that out of the way, I will start off stating the points I've made, which I believe the game will be something of your interest. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission will be something for you if you like being creative, and what I mean with that is that if you're open to all the stuff surrounding Dragon Ball Heroes and you're willing to explore all the wacky stuff it has to offer. For example, we've received a trailer about creating our own cards to use in-game, and if you feel like you'd enjoy such a mechanic within such a game as Dragon Ball Heroes, I'd say being creative around such a game would improve your enjoyment for the game by quite a bit. And outside of being creative, I think it's safe to say this game is something you want to look at if you're into collecting. And why this is a pretty crucial point for this game is because the game itself is based on cards. You collect cards, you create cards, and so on to continue enjoying and progressing within the game. So if you're into games like Dragon Ball Legends or Dokkan Battle or collecting all around, this will fit your lane very well, since it's all about collecting those special, shiny, and cool looking cards to later on use in the battlefield within the story. Last but not least, I'd like to say you want to be open-minded about it. And the reason I'm saying this is because the most common response I've received on why people dislike Heroes is mainly because they think the power levels and transformations absolutely don't make sense. And there's nothing wrong with that stance on the matter. In fact, it really doesn't make sense if you think about it, but if you are a person who critically looks at anime and reviews power levels like Dr. Notes, then this might not be for you. However, if you are willing to explore and look around on what crazy stuff can happen in this game, then of course this will fit you way better by a margin. So if you are open-minded about such what if stories and all that sort of content, I'm willing to say this game will be of your taste. And now to look on the other side of the story, here are some reasons I could imagine people not liking the game for. The game is really not your cup of tea when you're critical to power levels, what ifs, and so on. So just like I said a second ago, Heroes will not be something of your interest if you don't like that stuff that goes far off the actual show in terms of transformations, stories, and so on. In the end, this game is all about fan service, and for them to deliver fan service, there will be a Time Breaker Dark Dragon Ball Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Broly that will come along with it. So if you dislike that sort of thing, then you might want to consider moving on and waiting for the next Dragon Ball game to release. One of the points that I've seen being noted out a lot to me personally and online as well is the graphics. The graphics of the game seems to be a deal breaker for some, which I understand since it's not a game that looks like Dragon Ball FighterZ for example, but it's rather run on the same engine that Budokai 3 used to create models for the game. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Budokai 3 textures and models, but I can understand that most might say it looks outdated because with games like FighterZ around, it's hard to say Heroes looks better than that. Last but not least, the game might not be for you if you're not into collecting and cards. Now this might be an obvious one, however I did feel like I needed to put it in regardless because it's a huge factor within this game, and if you're just not into collecting cards or just don't feel like a game based on cards is for you, then you will indeed have a hard time enjoying what is Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. And with that in mind, this was kinda meant to be a bit of a guideline for those who still can't really place themselves between liking the game or not, and I feel like most of this should be able to clear up at least quite a bit of whether you're interested in the game or not. And of course, if you have any specific questions about the game or maybe the series itself, don't be shy and ask ahead, and I will promise you I will comment back and look into giving you guys the best answer that you are looking for. So it was your boys SDBH coming back at you with the Dragon Ball Heroes content, and if you are into Dragon Ball Heroes and you're looking forward to content on that, stay around because I will be covering up the whole game and every corner it has to offer for us. So this was it for today guys. Stay healthy, stay blessed. It's your boys SDBH and I'm signing out. Peace.